Hopefully you're going to work. It's just having a little stream across and a think. And I think we're live, but as you know, I'm going to double check because you just never know.
True.
Come on, you're going to show me? I might have to go across and see. Yes, it says live. So I am assuming, yes, we are. Yay! Okay, so I'm back to you. Beautiful Tracey. I am delighted and thrilled to be able to have this chat with you today. What I really want to know is just what your experience of going through Embark is, how that has influenced your life and the work that you do and did do and now do, because you were already doing work in the world with gorgeous couples, I know is particularly your passion, interest and purpose in this world. So I would just really love to hear if you could share with us who you are, where we find you and what you do, and then what your experience of our time together in Embark has been.
Thank you, Julie. Thank you. It's an honour, total honour to be here. So, so my name is Tracey Meacham. So my journey's been where I did a coaching course 18 months ago and thought that I was a men's coach. So that's where I started. I started as a men's coach and had pro bono men clients. And from there, I thought, and from doing this course, I thought, oh, I think I've got a little bit more to share than that. Not that that wasn't it. It was just that I thought there was a lot of
evolves.
Yeah, it's a feminine, this feminine embodiment that you teach so beautifully. And I thought, I was really feeling into that. So when I saw your course advertised, I thought it was a women's circle.
I'm not very fantastic at talking about it, I've got to say. I'm still working on it.
Well, that's how it came across to me. I thought it was going to be this mate. I'm going to be able to lead women's circles. It was going to be, this 6 month, it's going
Which
to
you can. But that's so fascinating. So you went into it going, I'm ready for awakening this feminine. There's something that's calling me, but you didn't even necessarily have a clear vision of what that was going to be at the end of this. How did you take that leap? Because I'm often fascinated with that you are a woman who's gone, my heart's calling for something, but you haven't stopped your heart from speaking by going, well, rationally, it doesn't make sense and I don't have an end purpose. Like, how did you do that? How did you make that leap where you went, I don't know, but I'm going to enter it?
I think starting with doing the life coaching. So I knew that I had something to share, but I didn't know what it was. So, doing the life coaching course actually gave me, I do actually have something to share, but I still didn't have a voice. Even at the start in February, I wouldn't have been able to do this. To be able to talk about myself was, it was really difficult. And I sat back for a long time, for the first few months and watched all these amazing women. And then I just had to do it. I just had to, get out of my way and just do it. And I did. And I think also doing lives, I jumped.
You did. You set yourself a challenge.
I did. And it was a 30-day challenge. And I got onto my, my page, onto my Facebook page. And every day I did and Carly Marie says, give them everything. Don't hold back. Just give them everything. So I gave them everything and I didn't stop. It was 70 days long and I gave everything, everything. And that's just been life-changing. That's, because I'm thinking if I'm going to coach and if people are going to come to me, they're going to want to know my values. They're going to want to know what who they're encountering, in whose space they're coming into, what energy I have. So I did.
What gave you the confidence to be able to do that? If you say from February, like, I knew I had something, but didn't really know what it was. And then by the time we're at the end of that 6-ish months, you were like, I'm doing 30 days of lives. And I remember you inspiring every woman in that group. What happened between the start and that? What happened in there?
I think it was just the embodiment. You are very great at, this total embodiment of self. And, it was that. It was just totally that trust that I had it, the trust that I had the message, the trust that I could do this, that I'm...
Like a knowing, isn't it? Like even more than trust. Like trust kind of has for me this sense of, yes, you need trust, but it has this sense of like, you've got to kind of leap. There's a level of faith. Whereas when it's embodied and it's this knowing, you're like, okay, I don't know how it's going to end up, but I have a knowing. Yeah.
100%. 100%. Yeah. And it just grew, and it just, and it got my people, it got people who, I see people now who say, there was a lady in Myers the other day, she goes, I loved your lives. And I said, oh yes, there's some, because I know she's got small children. I said, oh, there's some, parenting stuff in there. And she said, oh no, she said, I love the couples, the stuff you talked about with couples, so you just don't know who you're touching or who you're reaching, or the ripple effect, or that's just so powerful.
So can I just bring you back, because you said you entered Embark going, okay, I'm going to learn women's space and women's circle. And what did it end up being for you? Because I get the impression I entered with that, but then I realized it wasn't really that. What was that?
It was just so much more. Like it was what I've been able to bring to my coaching space is just incredible.
So what I want. Yeah.
I'm just a container. I just empty myself, just like I did this morning, just have a practice, where I just go, okay, I'm ready. Just fill me up, just what have you got? Bring it to me, I'm here. And that's that embodiment of, being that contain, there's so much, Julie, there's so much, it's the contain, and it's the practice, and I said that so much on my lives. It's like, we don't, you've said it, this is from you. We don't get to play at the Sydney Opera House unless we've done the practice,
Exactly right.
Wake up and have a knowing, or we have a knowing, but we then have to put it into practice, and we have to, show up every day to the practice.
Yeah.
So it is a practice for me.
What would you say has been your core learnings or beliefs from Embark that you can see have been deeply, I don't know if infiltrated is the word, or I don't have the words for it. What would you say are the key takings from Embark that have found their way into your life that was even beyond the business structure, that have sort of seeped into other areas of your life? Do you see that you yourself have changed, and that ripple has like gone into other areas of your life?
100%. My relationship with my husband, my relationship with my children, it's, that whole, being okay to ask, nothing's too much. I'm not too much. Nothing's too much. There's more out there, all of that, I'm not too much to ask for more. I'm not ungrateful to ask for more, because there is more. There's so much more, and there's more out there for me, and there's more out there for my life, and there's more out there for my family and my relationship, and that's been incredible.
And so your understanding of masculine and feminine energies and the dynamics of an embodied coach, has that really infiltrated how you yourself have then worked with couples and what you now see in the world and in dynamics?
Yes. So, so much. I do 4-week blocks of coaching. So if you want to work with me, it's in a 4-week block. So I'm working with this beautiful woman, and her husband said after the first week, I think I need to see Tracey. Things were changing. It's not because it was because the energy in their family had changed, and he knew that he was going to be left behind. It's just this energetic, filter, the filter's down. It's not what I say. It's just the energy that she was able to bring back.
And open up.
And so then he came in for coaching, and they came here as a couple. And yeah, so she said to me this week, my kids are saying, you two are so in love. What's going on? Like, it's just, and it's pure energy. It's, it's what we bring. It's what we, it's just incredible. Yeah, that total masculine and feminine energy has been so incredible.
I really feel that. Thank you for sharing that too, because I love that as well. That's totally how I see a coach too, is we embody, and you have an energetic plug-in, don't you? And you kind of go, and here's the door, and I'm just going to open it just a little bit. And then they're like, like this. And then you go, wow, look at you.
Look at you go. Yeah. It changes their lives. It changes the family. It changes. I've witnessed it change so much.
Isn't that the most extraordinary gift in the whole world? I feel like what a privilege to be able to watch that, or be a witness to it. What a privilege. I just wonder if there's anything you would say to women who themselves like, oh, I really like the look of Embark, but I don't really know why I would do it or what I'd get out of it, or I don't really want to run women's circles, so I don't know if it's for me, because I definitely go, oh God, I don't think I'm talking about it right. So what would you say to those women?
Oh, those women, this will be the most, I think Jade said it, Stephanie said it.
Yeah, Stephanie Jade yesterday. She's beautiful.
This whole, it just cracks you open, and it's so true. It just, if you have an inkling that it's for you, then it's for you. It's for you. It's just incredible. It's just, whether it's a coaching path, whatever it is, whatever you want to bring or to, embody in your own life, it's magical. It's just pure magic.
So true. Thank you. I really feel that too. So thank you. I would love for you to share how we can find you and connect with your work in the world. So would you be able to share that?
Oh, you can find me on Tracey Meacham on Facebook. I'm not very good on Instagram as yet, so you won't find very much of me over there. But I also have traceymeacham.com, so you can find me there.
Are you able to spell Meacham? Because I can see people going, I don't know how to look that up, and then we can drop the links below this live.
Thank you. So it's MEACHAM for Mary.
Okay. Yeah. Beautiful. And services that you offer are what?
Coaching, one-on-one coaching via Zoom, or I've got this beautiful space that I've created here in Albury. So that's where you can find me. So, for me, Julie, it's just been such a pure honour to work with you. I have followed you. I've been probably on Nourishing the Mother for like 4 or 5 years, and my children are 30, I have a 30-year-old, 29 and 28-year-old. So that spoke to me to start with.
You never stop being a parent though, do you?
Or parent, learning new things, I just do it different. And not that I didn't do,
No, I always think we do the best we can, but it's also that it's never too late. I think that's what I've learned, is that I think as mums, we can go, oh God, I don't want to get it wrong, or I don't want to mess it up, or whatever the things are. But I think, human pain is inevitable, and we need it to a certain extent to be able to experience what our soul is here to soar and do. And it's for our children as well. And I always think it doesn't matter whether you've got it right or wrong, whatever that even means. It's about the fact that it's never too late to show up and meet anyone where they're at. And it's never too late to heal. So as long as you've got that framework, and now you go, yeah, baby, I hear that, and now I see it this way, and I meet you there. Like, it's never too late, is it? Well, you're a more experienced mother than me, and I'm like, please tell me it's never too late, because that's my theory.
100% never too late. 100% never too late. But I just think for my grandchildren, like, things are changing all the time. I don't have any, but when I do, like, I want to know. I want to hear. I want to experience. That's it. There's always something. There's always beautiful gems that I get. So thank you very much. You and
Oh,
Bridget.
thank you. It's been an absolute delight I feel like we sat in circle and Embark. It's been an
Yeah.
absolute delight to sit in circle with you and have your gorgeous matriarchal energy in there there's just something glorious about, I love that stage of life where you're just like, yeah, and I just see life so differently. It's just the most glorious thing in the whole world, because I think, the generation that I'm in, we're like a bit more mental. We kind of do a bit more of this. And there's just something glorious about having a matriarchal energy like you, who's just like, I've lived this life and I have these grown children, and I see it differently. There's just this beautiful, compassionate kind of that comes with that. So it was an absolute grace and joy to have you in that group. And I love that we're connected and we still stay in that group together. And I love that you're doing women's work and couples work in the world. I think it's glorious. So thank you so much for coming on here.
And I'm running my first circle next week. So thank you. It's just the possibilities are, incredible. Yeah.
Totally.
So thank you.
Oh, thank you.
So if anyone's thinking of doing it, please, don't hesitate. It's life-changing, and it's everything that that Julie says is just incredible. And you attract the right people, you attract the right
I hope
people.
so. I hope it's an energetic match, because the women that are in there are pretty freaking profound, aren't they? It's just something extraordinary about them. Yeah, I agree. And women, when they come together, that like amplifies. I always think that's another extraordinary thing to witness in life, isn't it? As opposed to, women competing or being pitted against each other, this sense of, holy shit, when we come together, everyone expands. Like, it's phenomenal. Would you please, when we end this call, drop your links in the comments below this Facebook Live so that everyone can easily click on you and find you?
I'd love to do that. Thank you, Julie.
Thank you, beautiful Tracey. I will see you online. Thank you for sharing your time and energy with us here today.
Welcome. Thank you.
I see you.
Bye-bye.